Kaliyuva Mane, a home for learning and transforming life. Education is a systematic process that brings positive changes in human life. It also helps in enhancing one's reasoning ability. In short, it is a passage to progress. A unique school in the outskirts of Mysore is imparting formal education in an informal way. This is Kaliyuva Mane, a home for learning in the village of Kenchalagudu near Mysore. This unique school was established for poor and deprived children from rural areas who have dropped out of school and have lost interest in education. The Kaliyuva Mane provides free residential education to the unfortunate children by Divya Deepa Charitable Trust, a not-for-profit organization, and it is registered with the Department of Women and Child Development, Government of Karnataka as Children's Home under the Juvenile Justice Act. With the noble thought that everyone deserves a second chance, Kaliyuva Mane addresses the learning needs of out-of-school children at every stage of education. The children admitted in this school come from a variety of underprivileged backgrounds and include child laborers, children with huge academic lags, children with special needs, emotionally sensitive children, children from broken families, and those who are abandoned by their parents. Ramesh from a nearby village was a dropout in grade 1 and never returned to formal education until the age of 11 years. He was incapable of writing his own name in his mother tongue. But Kaliyuva Mane brought a revolutionary change and inspired him to clear the class 10th examination in English medium as a private candidate. Today, a grateful Ramesh is well settled and is working in an IT company in Bengaluru.
ನಾನು ಮುಂಚೆ ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಇಬ್ಬರು ನನಗೆ ತೀರೋದ್ರು. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು 10th ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ರೀಸನ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಲಿಯೋ ಮನೆಯೇ ಇದು ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ. ನಾನು ಮುಂಚೆ ನಾವು ಮೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಈಜಿಗೆ ದೊಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ತುಂಬ ಒಟ್ಟಾಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಆವಾಗ ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 2-3 ಜನ ಸೇರಿದ್ದು ದಿವ್ಯದೀಪಾಗ. ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ನಾನು ಕರೆದು ಒಂದು ಈ ಥರ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಕಲಿಯೋ ಮನೆ ಎಂಬ ಶಾಲೆ ಇದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀಯಾ, ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಓದೋಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಸರಿ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ನನಗೇನೂ ಕೂಡ ಬೇಜಾರನಿಲ್ಲ. 2 ವೀಕ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಹಂಗೆ ಫ್ರೀ ಬಿಟ್ಟರು. ನನಗೆ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಹಿಂತಿರುಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗೋಕೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನನ್ನ ಮನೇಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನನಗೆ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಯಾರು ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಇದ್ದರು, ಅವ್ರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದರು. ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊತಿದ್ರು, ಅಷ್ಟಲ್ಲೇ ನೋಡ್ಕೊತಿದ್ರು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ರೀತಿಯೇ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಇರೋರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಷ್ಟು ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊತಿದ್ರು. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನೊಬ್ಬ. ಮತ್ತು ನಾನು ತುಂಬ ಬಡವಾಗಿದ್ದೆ. 8ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಈ ಕೂಡ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ABCD ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಈ ಥರ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋದರೆ ಒಬ್ಬರು ನಾನು ಸೇರಿಸಿದರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಗೌರವಿಸೋಣ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು 5 years ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ 2013 ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆದೆ. ನಾನು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಕೂಡ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದರು. ನಾನು 2019 10th ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದನೇ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Ramesh is not alone. There are many more such students who have grabbed the second opportunity provided by the Kaliyuva Mane. Hemant Kumar, Divyashri, Prabish, Saundarya, Rupesh, Chandana, Shweta, and a host of others who are making a steady progress and contributing their might to society.
I started this journey inside the young minds around 27 years ago in Srirampura village in the year 1992 and took a room for rent. For my sustenance, I started working as a part-time lecturer in Karnataka Regional Institute of Engineering, teaching AMI candidates. But I had a lot of time. I started conducting games with the kids. Kids gathered around me. They started calling me brother. It was a nice name for me. Then 3 children came to me and asked my help in solving quadratic equation. I thought of helping them really. Sat with them. But they didn't have a concept of 3 minus 4, 3 minus 8. They didn't have the concept of negative numbers. They didn't know squares. They didn't know square roots. It was very difficult for me to teach them. And they didn't have the knowledge of English. Even Kannada was poor. So it was in the 92 September, I started teaching those kids, free of cost of course. In 93, all the 3 kids passed. So their parents were very happy and more kids joined my classes. So from 1993 onwards, morning 2.5 hours, night 1 hour, I started teaching. That gave me a lot of satisfaction. I understood the real problems of the village children. Look at their home actually, at least 27 years ago. Home used to be very small. Parents didn't have education and fathers used to drink and beat wives, or sometimes children used to be the victims of their beating. So there was no congenial atmosphere in their homes. This gave me, this helped me to conceptualize Kaliyuva Mane, the dream school actually. School should be for the children. Children are not for the school. So this grassroots level work, it continued. 1999, I don't know, somebody came and gave me 15,000 rupees as donation. We didn't have receipt book also. Okay, so we decided to form a trust. I selected some 4 youths and my wife. Everybody became trustee and we named the trust as Divya Deepa Charitable Trust, which came into force in 1999. 2000 was a turning point in the history of Divya Deepa. I used to work earlier in Pondicherry, in industries, different industries, and employer was Lalit Mohan Shah. He came to the village where I was working. He saw my work. I was very happy. Then he told me, Anand, what do you want to do? We discussed. I told concept of Kaliyuva Mane. He was very happy. Anand, look for the land, I will sponsor the land. So in 2003, we bought this land. Then 2004, we shifted to a shed here. There was no buildings, there's no electricity, water we used to pump, and nobody is staying there also. We shifted our residence. When we started the school, this Kaliyuva Mane, in 2005, we chopped off few trees, then we built a hut and placed few kadapa slabs. Bank balance was 5,300 rupees. No teachers, no buildings, no electricity. That's how we started the school. No classes. Children used to jump, dance. Whenever I used to get time, I used to teach. Children are very, very happy. My wife also used to teach. This is how we started the school in a very humble way.
The rate of school dropouts in India is alarming. More than 4.5 crore children between the age of 6 and 18 leave school without completing their formal education. Rural children are more prone to this malaise, as their dropout rate is 17.2% compared to 13.1% of urban India. Majority of these children belong to scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, followed by other backward classes. Some of the primary causes of early dropouts are migration of the family breakups due to divorce, apathy of the parents, and lack of interest on the part of the children. Once these children drop out, they find it next to impossible to re-enter the formal educational system. No wonder the innovation and rescue attempt by Kaliyuva Mane has brought many cheers to the less fortunate children of Karnataka.
Somewhere we have failed to convert human beings into human resource. Education is a tool to convert ordinary human beings into human resource. So I thought to dedicate my rest of the life to educate underprivileged. Coming to the school, in a class there used to be 60 kids, one teacher. In a 40 minutes period, it was so tough for them to control the class itself, forget about the teaching. There used to be 60 children with different academic levels. Suppose if you consider the 5th standard, there used to be children not knowing alphabets also. The teacher used to spend more time in controlling the kids, whether he has to teach alphabets, whether he has to teach 5th standard lessons. So teacher used to concentrate only on about 10-12 children. Backbenchers used to get upset. They used to indulge in cross-talking. This used to get upset the teachers. When upset teacher cannot do justice. So this was the scenario in the rural school actually.
This innovative school, inspired by the ideals of Swami Vivekananda and Sri Aurobindo, started with a humble beginning with 14 students in 2005. In just a short span of time, more than 60 less fortunate students successfully completed secondary education. Currently, there are 78 resident students consisting of 62 boys and 16 girls. The minor residents of Kaliyuva Mane fall under the age group of 6 to 12 years. However, the school does not put any upper age limit and children are admitted throughout the year.
ಹೆಸರು ಕುಟುಂಬೇಶ, ನಮ್ಮೂರು ಎಚ್ ಡಿ ಕೋಟೆ. ನನಗೆ ಅಮ್ಮ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓದೋಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ವಾತಾವರಣದಿಂದ ನನಗೂ ಓದೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಓದೋಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ತಿರೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನನಗೆ 1-2-3 ತಿಂಗಳು ಓದಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪ ಬಂದು ಸೇರಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಆವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿನ ವಾತಾವರಣ ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯಿತು. ಓದೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಓದೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲದೇರು ಓದೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಕ್ಕಟ್ಟಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಓದೋಕ್ಕೆ. 45 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಕ್ಲಾಸು. ಇಲ್ಲಾದರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಪುನಃ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ನನಗೆ ಆ ಈ ಏನೂ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮಮ್ಮಿ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರು. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪ ಆರೇ ಒಂದು ಮೂರು ತಿಂಗಳು ಆಯಿತು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೈರ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪಾಜಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಮ್ಮಂಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಯಿತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಓದ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಮಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಾದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನಮಗೆ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಏನೂ ತಗೊಡ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರದರ್ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾನು 10th ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ದೊಡ್ಡನಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಿಲಿಟರಿ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
Many of these children are clinically diagnosed as average intelligence, academic delay. There are also children who have a turbulent past. Educating such children and rising to their special needs is an everyday challenge to the dedicated teachers of Kaliyuva Mane.
Kaliyuva Mane, as the name indicates, it's a school for learning. It's a different concept school wherein they have taken a unique concept of trying to integrate children from rural areas into the mainstream. But they do it in a different way. Established about 20 kilometers away from the city of Mysore in a farmland of 2 acres, Mr. Anant Kumar has been in touch with us since the inception. From the time of conceptualizing the Kaliyuva Mane, he has been with us and we have been with him in the form of assessment of these children. Children from hardcore rural areas, tribal areas, first generation learners, slow learners, or difficult to learn, those who have dropped out, those who have stagnated, They are all identified by their organization and they are brought to us. And we sit with each child for nearly 4 to 5 hours and conduct a detailed assessment, a detailed psychoeducational assessment of their personality, intelligence, aptitude, reading, writing skills, and all the skill sets. Having done that, then we make a report and have a talk with the organizers of the school as to how best we can habilitate them. Many of these children require functional education. They are not ready for reading, writing. Some of them are having only the basic skills of literacy. Some have only the emergent skills of literacy. So according to each child, we make a program, we help them to do this, and the curriculum is prepared, tailor-made to the child.
Kaliyuva Mane recognizes the individuality of every child. It strives to transform opportunity-deprived children into self-reliant individuals by giving them love, care, empathy, and education. It nurtures the innate abilities and potential of children through a flexible curriculum customized to suit the needs of every child. They are not forced to attend classes immediately after joining the school. Each child is given adequate time to build rapport with other children, teachers, and other school staff. Once the child starts showing interest in learning, an informal assessment is conducted to identify areas where the child needs attention, and an individual curriculum is fixed. The children get abundant emotional support from the school staff. They are initiated into academic learning only when they become emotionally comfortable in the school, and it may take sometimes several months for a child to reach this stage.
See, in normal school what happens, a new child comes to the school. It will be labeled 5th standard, 6th standard, 2nd standard, etc. Here it doesn't happen actually. We give a lot of time for the kid to get adjusted to the environment actually. So during that period, teachers and other staff members will be watching the kids. What are its positive aspects? What are the negative aspects? What are goods? What are minuses, etc. So, okay, child takes enough 2-3 months to adjust to the environment. Few children will take few days. One Jharkhand boy was there. He got adjusted to the first day itself. So they get adjusted. During this period, teachers will be watching the kids and observing the kids. When child is emotionally comfortable, teachers take the kids, sit informally under a tree or inside the room, etc. Start analyzing, start assessing the child. What is the domestic background of the kid? What is the financial background? What is the emotional background? What is the intellectual background? What is the academic background? So teacher understands each child here actually. So the relationship between teacher and child is not conventional as in other schools. Here it is, children call teachers as akka, anna, uncle, auntie, etc. There is more homely atmosphere here is there.
In the formal schools, the children are placed in grades or classes based on their chronological age. But in Kaliyuva Mane, they are grouped into flexible teams based on their age, ability, academic level, pace of learning, and emotional readiness. These teams are named as Chilipili, Prajna, Pratibha, Pragati, and so on. A child can learn one subject in one team and another subject in another group. Children move from one team to another depending upon their progress in learning.
ನಾವು ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ ಇವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅವರು ಏಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟು, ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವ ಲೆವೆಲಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಲೆವೆಲಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಮೊದಲು ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊತೀವಿ. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಅವನು 4ನೇ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನು ಕಲಿಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಆದರೆ ಅವನು 4ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಲೆವೆಲಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೂ 1ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಲೆವೆಲಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಚಿಗುರು ಅಥವಾ ಚಿಲಿಪಿಲಿ ಟೀಮ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ಆವಾಗ ಮೊದಲು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಚಿಲಿಪಿಲಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಮಗುನ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಅವನು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂದಾಗ ಮಗುನ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ನೀನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿಲಿಪಿಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಿನಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ, ಏನು ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಟೀಮ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಆ ಮಗು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ನನಗೆ ಚಿಗುರು ಟೀಮ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಆ ಮಗುನ ಚಿಗುರು ಟೀಮ್ಗೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂದರೆ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಲ ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಅವನನ್ನು ನಾವು ಟೀಮ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಾದರೆ ಇವಾಗ 3ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ವರ್ಷ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಅವನು 3ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅವನು ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಇಯರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಅವನು 4ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಉತ್ತೀರ್ಣ ಆದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅವನು 4ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ 3ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲೇ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಗು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವನು ಒಪ್ಪಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಪಡಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ನೀನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೀಮ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟನಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವನು ಒಪ್ಪಿಗೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಾವು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೀಮ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ ಅವನನ್ನು.
The medium of instruction in Kaliyuva Mane is essentially bilingual. In the initial stage, children are taught only in Kannada. Gradually, English is introduced based on the comfort level of the children, and necessary skills in English language are developed appropriately. The school offers 3 languages: Kannada as a first language, English as a second language, and Sanskrit as a third language. Children are prepared to write the 10th standard examination in English medium.
One big handicap here is they are expected to take the exam in the English medium, because it is felt that with the computers and all that these days, they should have a knowledge of English, so they are made to write the exam only in English medium. But at home, they don't have this language atmosphere, so they find it very difficult to understand. Sometimes they will know the answer for the question that I am asking, but they don't know how to express it in English. That's a very big challenge, I could see that. But of course, I am not that very fluent in Kannada, so, and also because I want the children to get the experience of answering in English, I strictly stick to English only.
Some of the children spoke English, some did not speak English. Some were very much afraid when people were talking to them in English. So initially my endeavor was to bring them to the common platform. To a certain extent I succeeded. Still, a long way to go. Now children are not afraid of speaking English. They speak sometimes correct English, sometimes they find it difficult to make sentences. But I continuously insist on speaking English, although they make mistakes. The major problem I face is they are afraid of making mistakes.
The learning hours in Kaliyuva Mane are also flexible, and it runs between 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. However, daily learning time for academic subjects is limited to 6 to 9 hours, and the learning activities are conducted according to the convenience of the students and teachers.
See, I take physics for the 10th standard kids, maths also. First, as an English teacher, I teach physics. I mean, each child will be made to read one sentence. I will encourage them to tell the meaning also. So then I'll teach this. Then I will teach the physics as science teacher. These are small specialities of the school, and there is no examination.
Kaliyuva Mane follows a flexible curriculum which is tailored to the child's current knowledge and age. The school uses the textbooks prescribed by the Karnataka State Board as well as NCERT textbooks as per the learning needs of the children. It also uses a variety of other learning resources such as storybooks, activity-based learning materials, and computer games. The school has developed its own teaching, learning materials. In addition to academic learning, the school provides opportunities for the children to develop their co-scholastic abilities.
In normal school, what happens? 6th standard. Teacher starts teaching 6th standard lessons, irrespective of whether child can understand or not, irrespective of assessing each child's academic level. But here it doesn't happen actually. The moment we assess, okay, Kannada, his child is around 10 years old, child can do only 1-digit addition, then we'll start teaching 2-digit additions. So this is the way curriculum is fixed for each child. Of course, broad vision will be there. Child should pass 10th standard examination. Child should learn all the subjects which are prescribed under CBSE board or state board. Now it is almost same now actually, if possible. Or again it depends. If child joins at the age of 12 and academic level is 2nd standard, no, it is difficult for us to prepare the child to face a 10th standard examination at the age of 15 years. So child may appear at the age of 17 or 18. This is how academic curriculum is fixed actually.
Kaliyuva Mane does not conduct any formal examination for its students. However, students' learning progress is assessed through informal weekly tests. The purpose of such tests is to monitor students' learning, refix the curriculum, and to understand the effectiveness of the methods and strategies of teaching employed by the teachers. When a child learns the necessary prerequisites to comprehend the 10th standard syllabus, she or he is enrolled for Class 10th examination conducted by Karnataka Secondary Education Board as a private candidate.
What is the purpose of examination? To assess the child, based on the assessment, refix the curriculum or teach the subject in a different way. This we are achieving by conducting simple informal weekly test. See, a teacher teaches for 5 days. 6th day there is a simple oral test or a written test. Based on this performance, we fix the curriculum again and we move the child from one team to another team also. And this happens normally on Saturday. If a child has not learnt, what to do? Either a different teacher teaches in a different way, or the same teacher teaches in a second time. Same teacher teaches for the second time. This way child will be able to understand lessons. And every month we prepare learning reports. So what child has learnt in all the subjects, plus what is its behavior, how hygiene a child has learnt, all this, how it interacts with the kids, does the child has got fear, etc. All these things will be assessed.
The school provides some unique experiences to promote the life skills and moral values among the children. Kids Bank, Kids Court, and Skill Training Center are prominent among them. The Kids Bank, run by the children themselves, provides the real banking experience to them. It enhances children's mathematical skills, work culture, and prepares them for the real world. It also helps them to understand the benefits and limitations of money. The Kids Court resolves disputes of the children and provides moral lessons to the children through actual acts rather than just books. The Skill Training Center, called Kaushala, provides practical experience in cooking, dairy, horticulture, plumbing, tailoring, electrical work, DTP, painting, soft skills, etc. Kaliyuva Mane is not just an experimental school that educates the out-of-school children. It also provides opportunities for teachers and volunteers to learn teaching and do social service. Student teachers, teacher educators, medical and engineering students, students from countries like Germany, are working in the school as volunteers.
Hi, my name is Parasco and this is Jacob. We are both volunteers from Germany. We came with the ICDE India.
To Kaliyuva Mane.
Yeah.
Kaliyuva Mane is a pretty different school than the usual government schools. We found this project with our German organization, and till now we are pretty amazed of the project. We saw that we have very different children here in India, and Kaliyuva Mane is a great way to develop all of these children individually.
Yeah. So we are having classes in English and try to get the basic skills done, as well as we have a chess club and we have piano lessons, and which is like the individual teaching.
Even volunteers from distant places also teach and interact with the children of the school through video conferencing.
Okay, so Ayodhya. Where was Ayodhya located? Where is Ayodhya located?
In North Indian.
No, why did you just read now? Where was it located?
Kaushalya Kingdom.
It was
In Bangalore, Sarayu.
on the banks of the river Sarayu.
I am a gynecologist. My wife, Dr. Sharda, is also a gynecologist. We are with Kaliyuva Mane for the past 2 years. Here, both of us are looking after the health needs, healthcare of all the kids and the staff. Second part, I'm in charge of the construction activities of all the Kaliyuva Mane. It is my passion to go for the constructions. Right now I'm in charge of building girls and women dormitory. That I'm in charge of that.
I am a homemaker and a part-time yoga teacher. I have been part of the Divya Deepa family from a very long time. I have started volunteering in Divya Deepa from about 2007-2006. So I started coming here. It was a very small place then, a bunch of 10-12 kids. And basically we used to come here on weekends, have some fun with the kids, try to teach them some small concepts, have lunch with them, play with them. So it was basically a fun time. And Anand sir used to always encourage us to come because children will be very happy seeing us all.
ಈ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ನೋಡಿ ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಾಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ನಾವು ದೊಡ್ಡವ್ರ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ. ದೊಡ್ಡವರಿಂದ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಆಗೋ ಕಾಲ ಹೊರಟೈತೀಗ. ನಾವು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಂದ ನಾವು ದೊಡ್ಡವ್ರ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಸುಯೋಗನ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಕಲಿಯುವ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್, ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕಲಿಯುವ ಮನೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ನೋಡಿದಾಗಲೇ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಹೆಲ್ತಲ್ಲಿ, ಎನ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎನ್ ಯುನೀಕ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೀನ್ ಎನಿವೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ಡ್ ಒಂದು 20-25 ದೇಶ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದ ಒಂದು ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೆ ನಾನು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಬಾಲ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ. ನನಗೆ 62 ವರ್ಷ. ನಾನು ಖಂಡಿತ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊತೀನಿ ನನಗೆ 26 ವರ್ಷ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಕಲಿಯೋ ಮನೆ. ಬನ್ನಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗೋಣ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೋಡೋಣ.
Most of the students who have passed out pursued higher or technical education. Some of them are doing their graduation, engineering diploma, business management studies, nursing, BCA or CA. One of the students has cleared the Karnataka Common Entrance Test, CET, and he is pursuing BE in RV Engineering College, Bengaluru. Many of the alumni of the school have secured gainful employment.
Hi, I'm Shweta. My parents are not educated. They admitted me to a rural school. I was not interested in studies. So teachers started neglecting me. I was beaten also. I started bunking classes. Finally, I dropped out the school. One day my mother had gone to Kaliyuva Mane. She was washing vessels. I was so happily playing on a swing. My elder sister was helping my mother. Brother asked her to join Kaliyuva Mane, but she did not agree. But I liked the atmosphere. I wanted to join. So I raised my hand until I got the attention of brother. So at an age of 10 years, on a Sunday, I joined Kaliyuva Mane. After
few weeks I saw children learning so happily. I also started learning from alphabets and numbers. Here teachers were like my sisters, brothers and my friends. But 3 years passed. I went home for summer holidays. My mother forced me to go to Bangalore to take care of a baby. I was not happy. After 2 months, I came back to Mysore. I rejoined Kaliyuva Mane and I seriously started studying. In 2012, I passed my 10th standard examination in English medium.
Hi, I am Mahesh, a product of Kaliyuva Mane. I belong to a rural BPL family. My father is a wager and my mother is a housewife. I remember in the year 2005 and 6, there was acute poverty in my home because my father was not well and he was not going to work, and my mother used to take care of us, and even we were struggling for 3 meals a day. So I was feeling very sad. So I thought of leaving school and help my mother by working. But luckily my father came to know about Kaliyuva Mane and he put me here. When I joined, they started teaching me from 2nd standard English textbook, even though I was completed 6th standard, because I was not able to read even the words and sentence in English. So in mathematics they started teaching me division, then multiplication, like this. So like this I evolved. In 2010 we took SSLC exam, and out of 7, 6 of us cleared exam. So I got first class. Then I took commerce as my subject in PUC. After completing PUC, I did my BBM in first class. So after completing BBM, I was looking for a job, and Kaliyuva Mane again offered me a job. So I joined here. Now I am working here taking care of accounts and finance.
The testimony of the alumni reflects the clarity of the vision and mission of Kaliyuva Mane and pushes it on the top among the alternative schools. Recognition and appreciation from different quarters is steadily flowing in, and it is just the beginning.